Needing to come clean or confess something. What is this? And I found 3 of them. So I'm needing to come clean or confess something. This is a quick, like a favorites, but what I'm working on now are like what's my main things I'm doing. So I will share a few things. I finally got this deck. The book didn't come yet, but this came fast. And I got this deck initially. I've been wanting it for years. And I watched Simon's review from like 2017. I just so happened popped on it and I was like, I need it now. And I got this deck, which is so funny, but because it's because it deals with I Ching, and as well as human design. And I studied human design. It's like a non-ending journey, like of just layers and layers you can add. So my friend from Germany sent me all these PDFs and guides, and I have the global, and can you even see what the shadows? And it's so much information. Human design, if you don't know about it, like, anyway, so back to this. Can't wait till I get the book, because they say that the book is the exact same as this, but the book is 300 pages. But he even mentions in this little book that in the bigger book, it talks more about like the codon rings and the gene keys. I guess, I don't know. I cannot wait to work with this deck. So these are some, I mean, this deck, but the book's supposed to be here before the 11th, so we'll see. But anyway, I love this because it even has human design, and I never heard anybody mention that before. Hold on, where is it at? That's the gene key. And I ordered this book too. I found it. So in the back of the book, well, in this little book, the one that comes with the deck, it talks about, anyway, if you know this picture, you know this is what human design looks like. Do the gates connect? These are your 9 centers, and some are open, some are, so anyway, human design. And I just showed you some books you can reference for that. But this deck, I'm going to show you how I'm going to use this deck with the Pearls of Wisdom. So let me just show you now. I just knew when I finally got this in my hands that I needed this deck to go with it. Who trusts you, who understands you, who sees into the eyes of your soul. Mine was commitment. So anyway, I like this part. I love decks that ask questions anyway. You see this? So I'm sure we all know this deck. I'll flip through a couple more. Just look at this though. I cannot wait to work with this. This is all just for me. Like, I just love these decks. My soul is happy. Like, I'm sitting here trying to I just can't even stop smiling. I know outside things shouldn't make us feel like this, but I've been waiting for this for a long time. I found both of these through the Herman's Cave. He got a deck. Somebody gave him this deck. And I was like, what deck is that when I first saw it? And then I finally came across it and ended up ordering it. And then I was like, I kept thinking of this deck. And I had $57 free, like, gift cards on Amazon. So I was like, I got this in the book like 2 days ago, and it came already. So anyway, these makes me happy. Okay, I also am working with this. Oh, and I can see my camera stand. How do I do this? I don't know. You're just gonna have to So anyway, I'm working with this. This is the yellow box edition. And the cards are in this. Whoa. Really, all this came about because I was looking for a deck for my 11-year-old. He's about to be 12 this month. So I'm working with this deck right now. I also have this copy of it, but it's just on my shelf. I don't even use this one. I think they're the exact same. I never did did I do a compare? I might have, but I keep this on my shelf. I just love this deck. And I got the hardback book with this one. You can see it. It's like a hardback. So, I'm just reading through the stories and like working with the book because I love reading. So I've just been like working with the book. My window's open so you can hear my neighbors outside. And I know everybody knows this deck, but I am just going through it and reading it. I want to read all the stories. It just makes me have a better understanding of the whole tarot when I look at it from different aspects and different eyes. Same tarot, just different ways to look at it. So that's what I'm working with and reading. And everyone knows this chunky. This finally came. And I was going to get this for my son, but I was like, Shadowland. And then I started reading up on it more, and it's like a complete shadow work deck. Like to work with shadow work. And I have a lot of black and white decks like, what is it? The Light and Shadow Tarot. It's black and white. And I don't know why I think black and white decks are shadow work, but, and I have Tarot of the Plants, that's black and white. And I used to use Heart and Hands Tarot. But this deck, I'm still going, oh, it's in my notes. I haven't even started yet, like with the deck, because I've just been going through the book. And I know you guys all know this book. And I also ordered that book Simon recommended. What did he recommend? It's a black book with all the numerology. Can't remember it. It's a black book. It should be here sometime this week, so I'll show you when it gets here. But I like this book because I just like to see like keywords. I like to look at the numerology, even though it's pretty much consistent across the board. And I just liked how to shuffle reversals, court cards, all these tidbits back here. I just had to have this. I saw this on,
Hey guys, it's Amber here from Lavender Moon. I've got a few minutes, and literally, I've got a few minutes. I have to start teaching online. I got the Shadowland Tarot the other day. The Shadowland Tarot, yay! Big, beautiful box. This is going to be a very quick review. Big, beautiful box.
I saw this on her channel, like, literally a few days ago. And I was like, what is this? I don't even know if you can see clearly, but I know you've seen this deck. But I'm like, and it's a whole deck just for shadow work. And that's exactly how I'm going to use it. I was so happy when this came. Oh my gosh, I love this deck. So anyway, I'm not working with the deck at all. I'm reading through the book probably twice. And then it's gilded. It's just a pretty deck. Look at his head down there. I cannot wait to look at this in shadow aspects. The whole deck though. I mean, I look at every deck as positive. I just take whatever the deck gives me. But this deck is like, I was going to use it because I don't have any Halloween-like tarots. And then I was like, this would be a perfect, I would use around Samhain. But then I'm like, I don't know. I'll let you know how I end up working with it. I don't just work seasonally with my decks. So whatever I want, whenever I want it, I just take it. I don't know if you can see because the sun is so bright, but the Shadowland Tarot. I've pulled this back off my shelf and I'm working with this again. I reorganized all my seashells, like the whole area I had. And so I just pulled this back out. I'm trying to do it so you can even see here. But I know you know this deck. I think this is the second edition. This isn't the one that's gilded. I never wanted the one that's gilded. Only deck I would probably get multiple copies of that I love so much is my Mystic Meg Tarot. And I just love that because the Strength and the Justice are the right 11 and 8s, how I see it. But I love this deck. Oh, I love this deck. So anyway, I'm working with this. Not working with it, I just pulled it back out. I'm just really showing you now what I pulled back out beside my bed. I pulled this out, but I think I got the faded copy because my version does not look as bright as other people's images. Some people's cards I see are so bright and pretty. And then there's mine. Of course it's gonna look better on the screen maybe. But mine just doesn't, it's not that, it's like faded or something. Oh, I love the Ace of Swords. So I just pulled this back out to see if I'm going to re-gift this or keep it. Because as you know, I'm dividing up what I'm taking and what I'm not taking when I move. So that's the Tarot of the Moon Guard, but everybody can get this. I don't know who I'd even give this to. I have this out as well. I have the book. I got it downloaded. And the first edition before they changed the cards. This is what deck this is, the first edition. And I just edged it in like this color. But I love this deck. I like the book more, but it has so much information as you see. So this is the first copy of this deck. They changed a few cards, I think. But I love this book and this deck. I don't have the book close. And this is an early. It's just me just showing you what I like. But there's so much, like the book's like 600 pages. And when you buy this deck, I don't even know if you can even get this first copy anymore because they changed the cards. But I don't know if they changed the book too. But of course they had to if they had changed some of the cards. But anyway, this is the Patch Tarot. I pulled this out and I've never used it. I got this around the time I wanted to get that Suki Tarot. And then I got that and I gave that away in a trade. But this is the Tarot del Fuego. And I love this deck. I don't know why I have not picked it up. But I really like this deck. I showed my son, I was like, well, do you like this? But I'm just going to end up having to get him like a traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck for his first deck because I want him to actually learn and then build and then grow, you know, add what he wants to. And then he can pick his own decks with his own flavor. But I love this deck. Look at her. I love this deck. Whoa. And that's sitting beside my bed. I just really flip through this deck. I don't do anything else with it. And I got this little weirdo by my bed too. It's just from the Halloween store. But I like it. I wish I had a book to go with it because some of these words I don't even know. Or like the Fable, if that's what it is. Kraken. Quetzalcoatl. Anubis. So I've been just having this out. I just like the fairy tale thing lately. Maybe because I'm working with the inner child cards. I love it. And I've seen a few people with this deck. Decks I have are all like decks I love. In the book I'm reading right now, or just reading through, but this one is Spells and Charms. Cast spells that will bring you love, success, good health, and more by Trish. And so with this, let me see if you can, whoa. So this is just anything like a Bible basically for spells and charms, even though I have the spell Bible. But I'm collecting charms now because one day I'm gonna like add charms to when I do readings. So I have right now probably like 60 charms, but that's like in a little bowl. This is my little thing of charms so far, so I'll show you some that I have. So I have like a little clover, a little crystal. This is Pisces. Some little flowers, a leaf, Monopoly, a little rock, a little sword. This is for my daughter when she went to FAMU at first. A little special teeny shell. So this is my little thing of charms. What I know meetings for already. Let me see. Most of these won't stay in. A skrill. All these are special I found somewhere. My son found this by a pool. A little ring. So anyway, these are some of my charms that I'm adding. I don't know how many will eventually stay when I do it, but this is just what I've collected so far. This little baby. Reminds me of the sun card in the tarot. I should send this to Kelly. The truth of the story, that little creepy baby. So anyway, spells and charms book. So like it has the Oracle of the Delphi. Research. Some of the stuff in it. Travel spells. This is from my crystal. It was the Crystal Ally cards. This is the card I showed you. Comes out of this one. Labradorite. And then here's the Evolution Edition. It's the same deck. She added, I think, 21 cards. She had to go to a different publisher, so the one she couldn't save or something when she scanned it in. But anyway, so I picked this book back off the shelf because we really do live in a world where magic's all around us. And that's part 1. Magic all around us. Just a lot of information. So this is what I'm reading through right now. It's like a whole workbook if you want to add. I just don't write in books. But this is what I'm reading through right now. So I started reorganizing this area. Just look at some of these shells. Like these are all shells I found off the beach. Those are more delicate. Even this, look at this one. But I put all the rocks, all my hagstones and stuff like that I found in here are different shaped ones. These are all rocks I found off the Atlantic or the Gulf. Like even look at this. Look at this little finger, it looks like a hand. And then look at this little guy. It's driftwood, but look at the face. Doesn't it look like a whole... Like when I look at that at night in the shadow, I'm like, what is that? It looks like a whole face to me. So I just reorganized and simplified, gave some shells away to my neighbor. This is what I found in my last beach haul. All these are what I found just on my last beach haul. The one that looks like a brain. This place makes me happy over here. A little piece of, it's that seaweed. Like, look at this little area. A bracelet someone gave me, a little mermaid bracelet. It has seahorses. But I love this little, some sea glass I found. I found a few pieces now. Oh, look what I found. I found this. Oh, I almost broke it. Literally, when did I find this? It was on one of my channels, or it might have been on my live. But look at this. For it to be a stay-at-home order, you see how many people are outside still. Because I think they finally put Florida where we can only leave when it's like a necessity. But I haven't heard this much traffic ever. So anyway, look at this little, and it's perfect. Can you even believe this was a living? Look at this. Can you even see it good? Here's a bigger piece. Look at this. I even found this little rock. This is some sea glass. Where's the other piece? I found this too. This was a broken piece. You never find a whole one. Well, I haven't. So this is a huge, bigger one, as you see. That's the inside of it. It's dusty. But this is just the edge. And then here's the back. So since I was looking at my shelves, I thought I'd get this deck out. Because I don't know if people are familiar with this. I did a walkthrough on it. But this lady, her name's Michelle Hansen, and she literally invited me to her house. She's like hands-on. This is her other book. She like wrote me a little thing. Can you see? And there's a guided meditation in the back. But this is just like the workbook. She has 9 courses or modules, literally. I started some. So if you're interested, and she takes it very seriously. So these are the ones I started. But it's videos you watch. She like, I need you to be able to see this. She's hands-on. You have to pass tests to even continue on. Like, it's a whole real life. It's a real life thing here. Because she takes this very, very seriously. And I'll show you some of the cards. So it comes in this. It's not this box, but it's just, she's not even like one of those indie deck people. She just comes with this. Oh, look, that's what I have. I found. You can just Google Ocean Oracle. I did a whole thing on this, but it comes with this little pamphlet. Each box kit contains 200 full color shell cards, 4 full color fold out sheets, Ocean Oracle guidebook. And it comes with this. This is separate. This book I showed y'all that she signed is separate. It comes with this book. And it gives you a meaning and the explanation of the cards. So all these shells I find literally have like meanings because they were all alive. So what crystals are to the mineral kingdom, shells are to the animal kingdom. This is some of the chapters. See, even when like you find shells like this and you think they're broken, this is just what the shell is. The Miller's Nutmeg. So this is black and white. Oh, sorry. But she offers sheets, if you can see this. Name and appearance groups. So like all these little shells I find, and it's laminated. So you can just say you find a shell on the beach. Okay, I found 151. Then you look up 151 in the book. So let's, like I found so many of these shells in Florida. And I know you probably can't see it good, but I'm like, I forgot I even had this deck. It just sits over there. And here's the other one. Behavior group. Like, I'm telling you, this is like a whole thing for her. Like, this is a whole, if you want to learn anything like in depth, you will learn it from her. And she will call you and do classes. I even found this. I didn't even know that was a thing. I thought that was broken. So let's see what number 1 is. Like, I found this. I just showed you that on my shelf. See, this is a whole quarantine adventure I could be doing. Getting to know all the shells I've collected and why I found those or why I was attracted to them. So let's just do an example on number 1. I'll show you the shell if you can see this. That's the shell. Here's the shell in real life. If you can even see. So here's the shell in real life, the one I'm going to look up. So let's see why I was drawn to this. You see, this is where they broke into it and ate whatever was in it. That's the only sad part about shells. So let's see why I was drawn to this. So number 1 is called, it's an angel wing. And it's from where I found it in the Atlantic. So the shell I found is angel wing, and of course it's found in the Atlantic where I live off of. This is the meaning of the shell's real name. It's like herbs. You know, herb always has a Latin name. And the meaning is determination. And then the explanation: despite their fragile appearance, angel wings are pitot clams that are capable of boring holes through rock. Through persistence, these excavations take on the angel wing's own dimensions, and customized tomb provides protection. And the customized tomb provides protection. See, divination from shells. The exact shell. So here's some of the 200 cards. She has cards. You can pull cards just like you pull tarot. This sand dollar. Something being overlooked, yada yada. So you could use these just like you would use. I find this fast. Oh, this is what I just found. What is this called? Let me show you. So if you watched my beach video, I found 3 of these, all different colors. This color, which you can't really see, but this is the exact shell. So let's see what these mean. I found 3 of these and I've never found those before. So it's, what is this called? Buckingham Whelk. Needing to come clean or confess something. What is this? And I found 3 of them. So I'm needing to come clean or confess something. So here's the cards. It's 200 of them. So it's a lot of information, but I showed you everything else, the courses she offers. This is the 200 cards. So anyway, that's Ocean Oracle. That's what I've been doing, quarantining.